Hello, I'm Soumya and I'm excited to present our group's work titled Quality Improvement Education, provided virtually to a global audience. Quality improvement principles are widely applicable and should be taught to a global audience because safety is not just a US problem. We chose the Gambia for our project for several reasons. With less than one physician per 20,000 inhabitants, the Gambia falls well below the WHO African region average of nearly 5 physicians per 20,000 inhabitants. Most notably, 80% of the practicing physicians within the country are not Gambian nationals. In particular, anesthesia in the Gambia is primarily delivered by nurses and clinical officers. The American International University of West Africa, IOWA, started in the Gambia in 2011, and in 5 years, the university has established 6 colleges, including a College of Medicine and Nursing. Our department has a long-standing partnership with the College of Nursing. Students need 126 credit hours to graduate Bachelor's in Science Nursing with a specialization in anesthesia. The course is divided into trimesters, and there are 9 general trimesters with the 10th and 11th trimesters for specialization. Nurse students are taught research methodology in trimester 8, which is when we will introduce our QI course. As a part of their course, students are required to complete a research project, and we currently mentor their research and QI projects, including the 2 that I have been involved with this year. Professor Barrow and Dr. Chang will be directors for this course. The idea of a virtual QI course arose after our department recently partnered with the University of Minnesota to provide a 6-week online QI curriculum to its own anesthesia residents. This course, created by Dr. Baum and adapted to anesthesiology by Dr. Thomas, includes articles, virtual lectures, and a weekly online discussion board. Faculty and residents from our department visit Gambia every year but haven't been able to do so due to the pandemic. We wish to continue our education initiative by piloting the same QI course with adaptations for the nursing students. There are about 20 students per class, and they will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will have a Gambian moderator and an American facilitator. The first week goes over basic concepts of quality and patient safety, like components of quality care, introduction to QI models and frameworks. Through the course, the students will be expected to work on creating their own QI project, starting with a SMART aim, which is specific, measurable, aggressive yet achievable, relevant, and time-bound. In week 2, the students will discuss the various measures that are commonly used in QI, like structure, process, and outcome measures. Students will be asked to develop a plan to measure data for the aim that they developed in week 1. They will also be taught to display data using run charts. In week 3, we will introduce the concept of hierarchy of effectiveness, of error reduction strategies, help identify common project oversights, and review ways to engage providers and staff in quality efforts. We will discuss change management and stakeholder analysis as well. Assignment for this week would involve proposing at least one change in the system, describing the anticipated barriers, which could be resources, support, or cultural, and how they plan to address those barriers. In week 4, discussion will be around why errors happen, help distinguish between sentinel event, adverse events, and near misses, describe the person and system approaches to medical errors, the basics of conducting an incident investigation, and then establishing a just culture. This week's assignment would involve doing an adverse event review of a case and then displaying it as a fishbone diagram. Week 5 will help students evaluate different systems of reporting errors, describing the components and the legal implications of disclosing a patient safety event to patients and families. Assignment will include identifying the existing system to report medical errors or near misses in their own organizations, as well as the existing plan their organization has to support healthcare providers in case they're involved in a medical error. The last week will then focus on reviewing the impact of culture on safety and quality, discussing the role of a leader on that culture and the importance of team building. This slide here is just a snapshot of some of the suggested readings through the course. Looking forward, we wish to check for knowledge acquisition through the pre and post course survey. The same survey that was used in the US will be used in the Gambia, which would allow us to compare if our curriculum has been equally effective in both contexts. Our biggest concern is technical challenges like internet access and getting the course material to the nursing students in Gambia. One thought is to establish discussion boards like our own in the QI course, but also using a WhatsApp group for discussion. WhatsApp needs a lower bandwidth for internet and has been used in other global health programs, which makes it more accessible and the faculty more approachable. Another concern is definitely ensuring engagement in the course, because like quality improvement itself, teaching the principle and frameworks can be easy and doable via an online distance-based system, but ensuring that the associated projects are well conceived, executed, and followed through can be daunting and really the crux of whether the education program is working or not. Our long-term goal is to ensure self-reliance in conducting the course, as well as developing sound QI projects based off of that. Teaching future nurse anesthetists of Africa quality improvement will provide them a foundation to improve clinical practice in their hospitals. We'd be excited to answer any questions on this project, or if you have any suggestions on how to improve our education initiative, please reach out to us. Thank you.